What is up, everybody? You got your boy, The Law Talk, and my man, Frank's Fight Club. We're here to talk about UFC on February 7th, Bautista against Oliveira. So if you want some free picks and breakdowns for this fight card, you better watch this entire video. You ready, my man?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's smoke the books.
The Lock Talk.
Let's do it. So we're going to talk about all the fights on this card, and we're going to go straight into it, man. The main card, Mario Bautista against Vinicius Oliveira. Why don't you start us off, Frank? Who do you got?
I'm going with Mario Bautista here. So I like Vinicius Oliveira. He's one of the most exciting fighters in the division. I always like watching him. But this is a 5-round fight, and Mario Bautista is built for 5-round fights. We haven't seen him in one yet, but this guy's gas tank is like next to no one. Maybe someone like Marab. Like, he's a very good point fighter, distance manager. He really dictates every fight that he's in. The only difference is with Oliveira is he might not let Bautista dictate the fight because he's such a unique striker. But we've seen Oliveira's gas tank be tested. He's looked tired at times in the second round in a lot of his fights. Like, even in his last fight, he looked like he was gassing a little bit against Kyler Phillips. And that's not a good sign against someone like Kyler Phillips. Now you're going up in competition, facing a top 10 opponent in Mario Bautista, whose only recent loss in the UFC is to Umar, who was arguably a top 3 fighter in the division. And that was a close fight. He knocked Umar down in that fight as well. I think this line makes sense to me. I think you're getting him at a decent price at -200 for Bautista. He's more experienced, better cardio. The only thing you got to worry about is Lock Dog's power.
No, for sure. Yeah, when I looked at this fight, I mean, it kind of sucks that Bautista is such a big favorite because I was hoping to make some type of action on him. So I do agree with you. Vinicius, he's shown to get tired. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The only reason why he kind of won that fight against Syed was because Syed got more tired, because Syed even has a worse gas tank than Vinicius. Kyler Phillips, yeah, he also kind of gassed out at the end, but still got the job done. This fight right here, he was losing this fight, but then the other guy just gassed out. He was able to outwill him and landed a nasty knee. But yeah, I mean, he's not like 100%. Like, you know, I can't say he's a complete gasser, but he does slow down for sure. And against, like your point, Bautista, this guy is I think he's a championship level type fighter. He did lose against probably the best guy in the division, Umar Nurmagomedov. You could argue whoever you want, but Umar had to pull every trick out of the book to get the job done. But before that, man, I mean, he's beaten some good guys. Patchy Mix, Aldo, yes, he's older, but he got Dermon Blackshear, Ricky Simone. That's a fighter that they both have beat. Yep. But regardless, I think Bautista, if you want to play him, betting -20 money line is not fun. But I think there's other ways you could also look at it as well. You could also do maybe, I would like even inside the distance, because to your point, I think if Bautista ends up, going to the 4th or 5th round, I think he could probably get him a little tired and get a finish, because he has the ground game, he has the striking. I think Vinicius's only way to really win this fight is to get a knockout. But hey, we'll see. I got Bautista too in this one.
Yeah, I completely agree with that for inside the distance in the later rounds, because we don't normally see Bautista finish people. Doesn't really happen, but we've never seen Oliveira go to championship rounds, right? So we've never seen Bautista do it either, but I feel like we all know that he's capable of doing that with his cardio. He is a decision type of guy, but in a 4th or 5th round, if Oliveira is really fading, there's definitely going to be some good odds on Bautista for round 4, round 5 finish.
And I tried to look. There's nothing for any inside the distance on this book yet. But, I mean, when it comes up, I think it's something that I will look at, because I think everyone's going to be on Bautista decision. So I think you probably could get some plus money on inside the distance, because I think he can do it either way. And he's gotten finishes before against lower level opponents. Vinicius is not a lower level opponent, but I just think the style could end up being like that. But all right, let's see. Let's talk about this next one right here. We got Amir Abazi against Kyo Haraguchi. I'll start this off. I like Haraguchi. It's irrespective of the odds, right? He's a big favorite though, -340. But the reason why I like him so much is because Amir Abazi, it's not going to say anywhere here, but he's coming off a massive injury. He almost, I think, retired. They tried to schedule this fight earlier, or maybe sometime last year, but it got canceled because he had for a medical decision, whether it was his own doing or he just really wasn't able to fight. But he also doesn't look that great. I mean, he got his butt whoop against Moreno. He did have some good wins against Kai Kara France and Costa, but Horiguchi, if you guys don't know who he is, he's an OG in the UFC game. He fought Demetrius Johnson. He is a little bit older. He's 35, which is kind of old for this flyweight division, where age is definitely a big deal. It's not like the heavyweights where you could be close to 40 and still be kicking it really well. Speed is definitely very important, but I mean, man, he looked amazing in his last fight against Tagir Olimbekov, who, was a top guy from Khabib's team, or his camp at least. And Horiguchi has the speed and the stand-up to give Albazi some problems, because Albazi, he needs you basically to stand in front of him, trade and bang with you, and use his physicality in the wrestling for him to get an advantage. So I think Horiguchi has a huge advantage on the feet. He can use his speed, tag him up, and maybe get a knockout. But I think Horiguchi is going to win. I don't love this price, but in my opinion, I think it's justifiable given the injuries that Albazi has had, and then just the style matchup. I don't think he's going to be able to really get a hold of Horiguchi like that, because Tagir wasn't able to. I don't think Amir in this state will be able to either. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on the Horiguchi pick. I also think the price is kind of crazy. Minus 340 for a guy that, he's out of his prime, but in his last fight, he didn't look like he was out of his prime. So you don't really know yet, right? I think this fight is going to be really telling on, is Horiguchi going to be one of the next guys in line to fight for a title shot? Because by the time he gets to that title shot, he's probably going to be 36 years old, right? So is Joshua Van still going to be the champion at that point? Is it going to be somebody else's? So I think age is going to be a big factor, but he looked really, really good in his return. And I don't know if I would play the price at minus 340, but
yeah, we haven't really seen the line move too much. Like, it kind of been at 70%, basically minus 300 the entire time. So, yeah, I mean, I do think he should be the favorite, though. But yeah, it's never fun having a line this high.
I mean, it could be like a parlay piece to maybe have him, but he could easily finish Albazi. I could see him getting a submission in this, no problem. I don't know. I don't think I would touch him at minus 340, but he is my prediction to win. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Like, this is a stepping stone.
You have to do some type of prop, which are not available yet. But I would probably, in my opinion, I'll probably do knockout or something, or inside the distance.
Inside the distance. I can see that.
Yeah.
But this is really just a stepping stone for him, because I think they really want to prop him up to be the next guy to fight a Pantoja or a Joshua Van, whoever the champ is at that point.
I mean, yeah, you're forgetting my boy. What's the Portuguese guy? Oh my God.
Manel Kape.
Yeah, Manel Kape. Manel Kape, I think, could beat Van, but we'll see if that actually.
I think so too. I think so too. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we're both on Horiguchi on that one. All right. The next one, bro. This one I think is a really good one. We got Halton Almeida against Rizvan Kunaev. I have a lot to say about this fight, but I'll let my man Frank go first. Who do you got in this fight, and what's your view on it?
I like Almeida. I think Almeida in a bounce back spot. He kind of got, depending on how you look at it, robbed against Volkov. I mean, he had 7 takedowns in that fight. Didn't do a lot of damage. Volkov did more of the damage, but he didn't. I don't think Volkov did enough damage to win the fight. I mean, he had sub 30 significant strikes in that match, while Almeida just had 13, 14 minutes of ground control. Now, I'm a damage kind of guy when it comes to scorecards, but I feel like when it's that dominant, I didn't think that Volkov deserved to win. I also think it was kind of a makeup fight for him because of what happened against Cyril Gahn. They were like, we'll kind of, but now you're messing up Almeida, right? So it's like the cycle is just going to keep continuing on and on. I think Kuniev's a good opponent. It's a big step up in competition. I mean, they kind of just fed him to Curtis Blades right away after the Contender Series, and I didn't like that matchup for him. I had Curtis Blades winning that one as well, and now I feel like this isn't a very good matchup for him either. It's like they're just trying to find these heavyweight stars out of nowhere. Like, oh, he's out of the Contender Series. All right, just feed him to these guys, because the heavyweight division is just so, like, there's nobody there. There's really nobody there to compete at the top that's not already tried. And I think Almeida is still a very good fighter in this division that could compete for a title shot. And I think it depends on the judging. I think we're going to see Almeida use his striking a little bit more because he knows how that last fight went. I don't think he's just going to blob on him for the 3 rounds. He's going to have to show a little bit of something, or if he does blob on him, he's going to have to make it look like he's trying to go for a submission and finish the fight. So based on that, I like Almeida. That's who I'm leaning.
Yeah, no, look, I think this line, if I'm not mistaken, I thought the line was Almeida was like a minus 200 at one point, but the line's definitely gotten, I think, a lot closer. Let me see. I'm going to share this right here. Let's see. Kunaev. Oh, I guess the line, let's see. Where has this line been? I guess it's always been minus 160 for the most part. Okay. Yeah, man, in this, so I have a few things to say about this fight. So I had Volkov against Almeida. So I was very happy to get that dub because I think Volkov was a pretty big dog. He was like plus 170. I thought he did land more damage. And the thing about Almeida is that he gets on top, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't really throw strikes. He kind of just lays on top of guys. I don't know why, because he has such dominant positions. He could definitely score a ton of points.
Finishes, yeah.
So that's one thing that's concerning. I thought Rizvan got robbed in his last fight against Curtis Blades. I had Rizvan as a big dog, and I thought he won that clearly in the 3rd and 2nd round. Maybe the 1st round you could give to Curtis Blades, but Curtis Blades was able to take him down. He wasn't able to control him, but the problem I have with Rizvan is that if Almeida gets a takedown, which he's going to attempt to do, Rizvan did give up his back a few times to Blades, and if he does that to him, it's going to be a big problem. I think the line is so annoying because if I think it all depends on the price for me. If I can get maybe Rizvan at like plus 150 or more, I'll take him. But at this price, I have to lean on Almeida. But I'm scared because I'm not confident that Almeida will land the damage he needs to land, because I know for sure if it stands and Kunaev can stop a few takedowns and he gets a little bit tired, which we've seen him fade before, he will win and maybe knock him out, because Alta Almeida does not like getting hit in the face. Like, he needs to just take it to the floor and wrestle you the entire time. So I guess at this price, I will take Almeida, but I want to take Rizvan because I think Rizvan can knock him out because I think he can keep it standing maybe past the 1st round if he survives it.
Yeah, this definitely could be a play where you go Rizvan inside the distance when the odds come out a little later. I agree that plus 115 is just not high enough to take him in this spot. I'm going to go with the more experienced guy, even though I think the knockout is very live for Rizvan. He's like one of the only prospects in the heavyweight division that I think is really a knockout threat versus anybody he fights, at least this early in his career. But
you look right here. Look, there was one point.
Yeah, there's a little drop.
70. That's why I saw it. I saw him as like a big favorite, and I guess people agreed with me and start slamming Rizvan. Yeah. So now we're at where we're at right here, which is crazy. But all right, man. Yeah, I think we're ingredients with this kind of like. I think also, yeah, I just can't trust either of these guys. I mean, I want Rizvan. I want to try to get action on Rizvan, but if the price ain't there, I ain't forcing it. That's how I look at it. Because I do think it's gonna be like you're gonna look dumb if you bet the loser. Like,
yeah,
he's either gonna dominate, just take him down, control him, tap him out, and then or he's just gonna be on the feet and then just piece him up. I don't think it's gonna be close. All right, next fight on the card: Mikhail Oleksiejczuk against Marc-Andre Barriault. These are two fighters I used to hate and not trust. I mean, Mikhail has had an insane resurgence in his career, man. I mean, ever since he's been with the Fighting Nerds.
Yep.
I mean, he's literally just gotten 2 straight wins, but against 2 complete bums. He fought Cedric Dumas. That guy has the lowest fight IQ, if not one of the lowest in the UFC. And then Jared Mearshart, who should not be fighting. Ever since he got knocked out by Hamzat, I think he should probably hung him up. But I mean, he got 2 wins. He's looked really good. But other than that, I mean, he's fought tough guys. So he fought Pereira. He fought Holland. He fought Shara. So, I mean, I guess you can't take too much away from him. Whoa. I don't know what this is. But that's how you get the free one. Marc-Andre Barriault, he's not the upper echelon either, though. So he might be in a similar class to Cedric Dumas and some of the other guys I mentioned. But, I mean, he hasn't looked too good either, right? He's lost a ton of his fights. Some of the guys have been good. Chris Curtis, Joe Pyfer, Shara. Bruno Silva's a bum. So, I mean, I just think for sure Mikal is probably the better fighter, and he's looked extremely good. But I don't love this price, man. I mean, Mikal, he has the stand-up, he has the crisp striking, he has the wrestling. I mean, he's the younger guy too, 30 against 35, but I can't lay minus 300 with him, even though Marque Barrios terrible. I think if I was to bet Mikal, it has to be like inside the distance by knockout or something like that. But straight money line, I'm not adding him to my parlays. I'm not adding him to like anything like that. He's still untrustworthy for me. I'm not gonna lay minus 300 just because he beat Cedric Dumas and Jared Mearshart for me. So that's why I would think. So I think the values on Barrio, he's not looked good. But to me, it's dog or pass, or you have to bet like a specific prop for Mikal, which we don't know what the odds are yet.
Yeah, prediction-wise, I'm gonna go with Olazejchak for sure. Even though his last 2 wins weren't impressive, I think it's how he won those, both by finish in the first round, is looking a lot better for him. He's looked a lot more promising, especially with the fighting nerds. But Marc-Andre Power Barberio is just not a great fighter. He's like a gatekeeper before the gatekeepers, because he's not ranked. He's like right there where, okay, you're a couple fights away from getting a ranked guy. We'll give you Marc-Andre Barrio. We'll give you Chris Curtis. It's like right around that area, And I saw him fight Chris Curtis in Toronto, and that was a very close fight. Obviously, everyone was cheering for Marc-Andre Barrio, and the craziest thing about that card is not a single Canadian man won on that card, and there was only the only 2 Canadian women won their 2 fights, but none of the Canadian men did. And Marc-Andre Barrio is a fun fighter to watch. Most of the time, it's he's going for a finish. He's really throwing in the pocket. He's exchanging, but he rarely wins the exchanges. Like, his chin is just not there anymore. I don't know if his chin has ever really been there. I think he gets finished by sub. That would be my prediction. I think Olazejchak can get a sub on him. But yeah, same thing. Minus 290 is it's such a big line to take. Like, I don't know. I don't like it either.
I don't even think a lot of people are even betting on this fight because they have him right now as a 90. What this is really weird. I don't know. Let me see.
That can't be real.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. It's very weird. Let me see. Yeah, no, he's the favorite.
Yeah,
this is the wrong. But yeah, I mean, I think Mikal he definitely should be the favorite for sure. But I don't know. It's just I hate both these guys. But the sub is interesting. I wonder when the odds come out what they will be. But go on from here. But all right, I like this fight a lot. This one's a really interesting one for me. Gene Matsumoto against Farid Basharat. My man, start us off. Who do you got in this one?
It's close. I mean, I really like the price that you're getting Matsumoto at, but it's kind of hard to go against Basharat. I think that's who I'm going to lean. I mean, we saw Matsumoto lose his first fight in the UFC in his last time out. Or he had a win before that, actually, but we saw him lose his first fight. He took his O against, I believe that was
my boy, Rob
Font. Yeah.
I had Rob Font's a dog, so I was happy.
Rob Font loves beating young fighters. Like, that's his job now. So can I trust him in a bounce back against a guy as good as Basharat? I don't think I can. What's the
he won his last fight against Miles Johns, but it was a split decision. I had Matsumoto too, and that fight was pretty close.
It was close, yeah. So Basharat at what was that, minus 235? I think it's justifiable. Really, I just think he's better everywhere, like slightly better than Matsumoto is on the feet, and I think I would lean that way. I think I would go Basharat.
Yeah, man, I've been struggling with this one. I think this is really interesting because I think Gene is very, very well rounded. He's young; he's only 26 years old. But so is Basharat. Basharat's is 28, but has a few more years of experience. Basharat also has not lost, which is pretty big in my opinion. Like, not having an L adds a lot to, like, your psychology and your confidence. So he has like that undefeated, like, invincible type feeling, which could be good or bad, but I think for the most part, it's usually a good thing. In terms of the odds, though, so I'll show you this. Like, I see in some books that Gene is plus 240. Oh, wow. So he's not. It's not really whatever is on Tapology is not correct, because I know he's plus 200 in most books. So he's like plus. He was as high as plus 330. There's been some action at plus 235. So
he's a pretty good dog to take. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think this fight is more 50-50
on Gene. I think Gene, he's competitive on the feet. He has decent wrestling and grappling where like he has the get up game to get up if he gets taken down. So I don't like laying like minus 200 something or 300s on guys where the other fighter has a path to win, or where like it's not like a very obvious victory. Because I think Basharat is the better overall fighter. Like he has really good takedowns, an insane gas tank. He has decent stand up. But I don't think Gene's like completely out of his league. I think Gene reasonably can win this fight. Especially if they keep it standing. I think he's explosive. He does have a reach disadvantage about 2.5 inches. Same thing with his height. But you know, he's accurate, man. Farad's accurate. He's very well rounded, just like Gene. He might be a little bit better, but in terms of the value, at least at this line,
yeah, he's not minus 300 better. Like it's
I think Gene is where the value's at in my opinion. So for me, I'm taking Gene plus 235 versus Basharat in this one, just because of the things I mentioned. But I wouldn't be surprised though if Basharat wins. I just think if this fight was fought like 100 times, I don't think Basharat's winning like 75% of them. I think he's maybe winning 60 out of the 40, 60 out of the 100 maybe.
Yeah, I can see that. I think I agree with you there. Like prediction wise, I'm gonna go Basharat's side, but if I'm betting on this fight, I'm not laying the line of minus 290. I think it's a lot closer than that.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. It's an interesting one. All right, let's see. But guys, you've been listening this long. Thank you so much. Make sure you go follow my boy Frank's Fight Club. We'll put his Instagram and YouTube and all his socials in the description and the pinned comment. But also hit the subscribe button. If we get love on this one and we crush this one, especially, we'll definitely come back, man. So we got a few more fights to go on the prelims, and that next one is Dustin Jacoby against Julius Walker. Dustin Jacoby's a minus 205 against Julius Walker. And look, I don't know. I mean, there's no way. I just don't think I would want to lay minus 205 with Dustin Jacoby. He has a clear stand-up advantage, but if you take him to the floor, I don't think he's gonna look that great. He's also extremely old. He got absolutely smoked by Dominic Reyes, but he's put some 2 good wins together against Petrino, Bruno Lopez. So I mean, he's looked pretty good, man. He's been in the game for a very long time. I just don't know if I want to lay minus 205 with him, because I think Julius Walker, he's not been that great either. I mean, he got 1 win against Rafael Caceres, but I mean, I think he has a clear path to victory with his wrestling and jiu-jitsu. If he could take Dustin Jacoby down, which is a lot easier said than done, I think he can get a win here. I'm probably going to skip this fight, but Dustin Jacoby, yeah, I'm not laying 205 with him. I think Julius Walker, the value's on there with me, and I think he has a pathway to win. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the younger guy with a way to get the wrestling done. And I'm going to fade Jacoby at 205, man. But what do you think? Who do you got in this one?
I was hoping you'd take Jacoby because we've pretty much been agreeing on every single fight, but I'm also going with Walker here. Take a look at who Dustin Jacoby has fought and look at who he's fought who are strikers versus wrestlers. He gets a lot of matchups where it's striker versus striker. And whenever you see him face a wrestler, it doesn't go as well for him. I mean, on the feet, he's very hard to beat. I'm not going to disagree there. Like he's live for a knockout against Walker 100%. But if Walker follows the game plan of like, I'm going to take this guy down, I'm going to control him, I plus 165 is a good price for me. Like I'm not laying minus 205 on a 38-year-old fighter when Walker, who's a much better wrestler in his prime at 26 years old as an underdog, there's almost a 12-year age gap here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not laying the line on a minus 205 who's pretty much on his way out in the division. Especially when
man, look, like he was Dustin Jacoby actually opened up at minus 135. Now he's gotten to minus 185. So I guess people really see the value with Dustin, but
I don't like it.
135, I agree, but
yeah, not at the price it's at now. I'll take the shot on Walker for what was it, plus one? What is he at?
He's at like plus 165.
Yeah,
like
I'm expecting that to move even more.
Yeah,
this is just Tapology, right? So it might have moved even more already.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Walker as the underdog, man. I think he's going to use his wrestling, and if he can not get caught, but we've seen him get caught before. He always
For
recovers. Like Walker, we haven't seen him get fully put out. Like whenever he gets rocked, he's always recovering. I think he can recover against Jacoby if he gets hit and take him down and control it from there.
Hey man, yeah, I agree with you. I think the value's on Walker, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Jacoby wins it.
Yeah.
But I ain't laying 205 on him for not me. All right, next fight we got Alex Morono against Danil Donchenko. My man, why don't you start us out? Who do you got in this one?
I think this is a murder. I think it's going to be a murder. Donchenko is, I think he's the real deal. I don't, there's not really much to say here, man. He's 24 years old. If you've seen Donchenko fight, you know what he does. Moreno, 3 losses. Like, this is really just a kind of, I don't want to say it's a layup because no fight is a layup, but it's really just to get him closer to getting a ranked guy. I mean, and those losses are not.
This
good
one was
losses.
bad. He got absolutely
those
starched.
Are not good losses. Yeah, he did get starched. I'm expecting Donchenko to win early and dominantly. I think he probably gets it done in the first round. I don't think it's too crazy to say. That's what I'm going with.
I had Leao for KO, and then I had Ankalaev in this one too. So I had a great night that night. That was a great. I mean, Morono. I was like, Morono literally leaves his chin up in the air when he fights. The guy has no athleticism. I hate Morono. Morono's actually screwed me over a bunch of times when in reasonable fights he should have won as a pretty big dog. It's like kind of crazy. The guy does not show up when it counts. I mean, let me see. I'm gonna see even look like let's see. I think he fought like Nico Price. He should have won that. I mean, he's had a few see, I think maybe even lower and like Anthony Pat. I mean, there's so many fights that he's fought. And he's old too, man. 35 years old. Donchenko's the real deal. I agree with you. I mean, I'm gonna make it simple. I think Daniel's gonna knock him out, just like you said. Morono's getting fed to the wolves in this one. Of course, minus 500 is not great, and I'm pretty sure knockout's gonna be like minus 300 or something, or minus 400.
Probably.
So you probably have to do a specific round prop.
Round one knockout's gonna be like minus 130.
Once he gets hit, he fucking starts cowering away.
Yeah.
So I think once Daniil touches that chin, he will knock him out. So I'd say, like you, round one, I agree. It's not bad at all. But to me, it was Daniil KO or pass. But, you know, it's up to you guys want to lead those odds or not. But never lay, in my opinion, never lay a minus 600 in your parlay. Don't ever do it. All right, let's see. Next fight on the board, we got Nikolai Venetenikov against Nico Price. I don't even know if they have odds for this one. So
yeah, I didn't see any when I was looking this morning. I think this fight got added late. No, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. So I'd probably skip it. If you're down for it. I have nothing really to say other than Nico Price always has a chance, but Venetenikov's also been kind of unreliable. So I'm not looking to bet this one.
Yeah, this fight is really just, I don't know. It's bad versus worse, and I don't think I'm gonna touch it. I don't even really have a prediction.
Yeah, we can skip it. We'll say
I'll throw Nico Price for my prediction. No betting on it. Like, I don't know. It's too early to tell for that one in there.
All right, we got the next one right here though. We have Bruna Brazil against Ketlin Sosa. We have Bruna Brazil, the slight favorite at minus 140 with the underdog price of Ketlin Sosa at plus 105. Yeah, this one, I mean, for me, I think Bruna Brazil is going to just be the cleaner striker, a little bit faster. I think, you know, Ketlin Sosa is tough, but, you know, she just gets punched way too much for me. I don't think Brazil, I don't like betting unless I really know, like, any of these specific props. But I think Brazil is just the overall better fighter, and I agree with the price. So I take Bruna Brazil in this one. Caitlin's a scrappy fighter. She's tough, but, yeah, it's not enough dog juice for me to want to take the dog shot with her again. So I like Bruna Brazil, but who do you got in this one?
I want you to check the odds page because I'm pretty sure Ketlin Sosa is the favorite, but by a substantial amount now. Yeah, because I don't think Tapology's changed this. I saw her have like minus 160.
You're right.
Yeah,
wow.
So I was leaning Ketlin Sosa when I saw she was plus 105 when it was at a pick'em. But now.
Yeah, it's not showing. It's not popping up, but it does say right here, plus 140.
Yeah, so Ketlin, so it says right there she's at like minus 160, minus 170 now. So she, I guess, opened up as a pick'em And now
she opened up
she's
as a favorite supposedly on some of these.
she opened up as a favorite, really.
Which is weird. I thought
Tapology's
there you
is wrong.
It just popped up. No, she opened up as a dog. Yeah, now it's all the way down to one. So that's interesting. Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's I saw that happen, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. This might be the fishy situation. We usually don't see shit like this, but it is many days before, so I don't know. But that's really weird.
It happened pretty early. But I was leaning Ketlin Souza on this. I think it's a good spot for her. I don't really think Bruna Brazil is as good as some people say. I think either way, I don't like betting on women's MMA unless I'm like really sure about something. Because I've seen like Wang Kong later. Like I'll bet on that fight because I think Wang Kong is very good. But Bruna Brazil, Ketlin Souza, we've seen them both win and lose fights that they should not win and lose, and now they're fighting each other. A lot of line movement on Souza. For predictions, I will lean Ketlin Souza, but I'm not planning on touching this fight.
Damn,
like,
this might be a rigged fight right here. We might have found a rigged fight. This went from
I don't know. It's a pretty big jump pretty quickly.
Guys, we might. It's too late. Damn, with this line movement like that, when we've seen things like this, these fights have gotten taken off the board. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm making a prediction right here. I would not be surprised if this fight gets taken off. So just be careful, guys. That's very weird. Usually when you see things like this, you gotta be a little concerned. But all right, let's see. We'll keep an eye out for this one. All right, next fight on the board. This one, I think this one is just as good as some of the main card ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's low on the prelims.
Yeah, this one is if you're a fight fan or you really follow UFC, you definitely are excited about this one. Said Nurmagomedov, the plus 125 favorite against Javid Basharat, Farid's brother, the minus 150 favorite. My man, who do you got in this one?
I like Basharat. I feel like we haven't seen much out of Nurmagomedov in recent times. He's been very unreliable. I think, Basharat's coming off of 2 losses as well, but I think I'm going to lean him. I think he's better. I think he's better everywhere, better on the feet. Nurmagomedov's gas tank is a little questionable, even though his last 2 fights were against pretty good opponents. I don't think plus 125 is a good enough price for him in this spot. I'm not sure if that's still what the price is. This is Tapology, so we don't know.
I'll go over to let's see, where's Said? Plus 107. Wow, so it even moved the other way.
Wow.
Said was 112, 107. Okay.
That's interesting. I'm still gonna lean Basharat. I think he wins it by decision if I had to pick how the outcome's gonna go. I think Basharat's got the clean, like a little bit cleaner striking, and I can see him edging out a decision.
Okay, no, I hear you. I think this might be the first time we're on the opposites. Oh, actually, no. Ketlin Souza, I'm not really too strong in Brazil, but I think the line move might convince me just to think it's rigged. But this one, I like Said Nurmagomedov. I wish it was plus 125 still, because I think that's a good price to get him, because I think this fight should be truly a pick'em fight. I think both fights are very similar. They both are primarily stand-up fighters, even though he's Nurmagomedov, he is not a primarily wrestler. He is much more explosive. I think he has the stronger, more impactful shots if he's able to land his kicks and punches. The only problem I got with Said is that he fades later in fights. He definitely gasses out. Javid will be there. Good gas tank. The thing is, he doesn't throw a lot of output, though. He just stands there, tries to counter you, and he tries to be a little slick, a little too calculated, in my opinion. So in the exchanges, I think Said will land the bigger shots and maybe get a better impression for the judges. I also think they both have knockout power, but I think Said has higher knockout upside. And I also say too, right? Said fought 2 really tough guys. He fought Bryce Mitchell, tough matchup for him, a guy who has a good gas tank, very tough, was able to withstand the punches and this, take him down. And he fought Vinicius, a fight that he was winning, and then gassed out. Vinicius, kind of just like took over at the end and drowned him with his pressure. I don't think Javid has pressure like that or the punching power like that to really scare Said, which is why I like him at a dog price. So I think Said, that's where I'll go. Said again over Javid in this one. All right. Let's see. Let's go for the next one, guys. We have, 3 more fights left. My man just mentioned this earlier. Connor Wang against Eduardo Mora. With the let's see. That's where the line's at. This one. The line is the minus 225 favorite line on Connor Wang, with the underdog price on Edward Moore at plus 170. Yeah, man. I mean, in this one, I gotta take Connor Wang. I mean, I'm saying Kong Wang.
Connor Wang.
At -225. I think she could win this possibly by knockout. I mean, this girl is the real deal, in my opinion. She has really good stand-up. We just talked about how Bruna Brazil, she won that one. She beat Ariana Lipsky. She did lose to Fernandez, got taken down. She was a big favorite. But I think ever since that loss, she's kind of learned from it and has been better since then. I mean, I just don't think Moore has enough of a skill set to beat her. Of course, she did get some good wins. She beat Veronica Hardy, Lauren Murphy, but Lauren Murphy's so old. I mean, and it's a different type of fight, man. I mean, this girl, Kong Wang, has really, really good stand-up. So I don't love that she's a -225, but I do think she rightfully so is a big favorite. But what do you think on this one?
I don't think Eduarda has faced anybody that has the kind of power that Kong Wang has. And I think that's really going to show in this matchup. I like Kong Wang by knockout. It could obviously go to decision as well. I don't really see a sub as being live. Is she -380 now?
Yeah, now she's -380. Wow. So she's not -200. We got to get some just disregard all the tapology.
Yeah, disregard the tapology. Well,
so yeah,
I'm not touching it at -380, but I think her by knockout or by decision are the only things I would play. But I think Kong Wang is just going to win this fight. Eduarda, we haven't seen her face crazy competitions. She's really just fighting people on their way out of the division. And she just hasn't been, while she's winning, they haven't been impressive wins like Kong Wang has had. So I think this is a clear pick for me, but -400 now, I'm not.
Yeah, you got to do like, I mean, I honestly been saying this for a while that the odds for UFC have gotten really sharp. Because if it's -225, I think it's a solid parlay piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, -400. I don't like doing any -400s unless it's like Islam against someone or like Habib, like one of these guys that like the advantage is so big. I think Kong Wang has a huge stand-up advantage, but it's women's MMA. She gets taken down. Like maybe Moore has a little bit more physicality, can win around. Then you're kind of stressing. So yeah, I'm not. I think it's Kong Wang KO or pass. All right, let's see. Next fight on the board, we got. I think this one's a really good one too. We got. Let's see. Let me blast this up a little big. We got Moon Gafarov against Jacob Witzklatz. Gafarov is the -115 favorite with the slight. I mean, it's basically a pick'em fight, so call it a pick'em fight. My man Frank, who do you got in this one?
I don't know how to say his name. Is it Viclox?
Sorry to cut you off. This is the true odds right now. Jacob is now a, let's see, Gafarov is actually a -135 favorite. So we'll use these odds in this one. But my bad, man.
No, you're good.
You got in this one.
I like Jacob Viclox. I think it's very, very close because he beat Patchy Mix in his last fight. Patchy Mix is not as good as everyone thought Patchy Mix was going to be, and it was a split decision. But I think he's got better power. I think I've gone back and forth on this fight a little bit. I think Gafarov beating Rinya Nakamura is a more impressive win than Patchy Mix. But I don't know why. I'm literally just basing this off of intuition and instinct. I feel like Viclox is going to win this fight, and I think Gafarov's line is going to move more. I expect him to be like a -160, -180 by fight night, and I think this is going to be one of my dog picks of the card. I think he's got really good stand-up. He's got good cardio. I'm not sure what is the reach similar? I didn't see it on Tapology.
It is not. Jacob has a
4-inch. I thought he did. I thought he was a little bit bigger than Gafarov was. I can see him kind of just winning this fight at range. I don't know. I like the underdog pick, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take him now, but I'm assuming his line's gonna jump up even more. So that's who I like.
I can see that. I like Gafarov. I mean, I don't like him as much at -140. If it was a pick'em fight like it was right here, because I'm not really sure 100% who's gonna win. But I do. To your point, I was gonna say like he got a really good win against Nakamura. It's obviously a different type of fighter. But I think he has the physicality advantage. He has the reach advantage. But Patchy Mix is such a one-dimensional fighter. The guy has zero stand-up. The guy doesn't move his head. I mean, Patchy Mix had such a huge, clear path to victory if he's able to take him down to the floor. but for some reason wasn't really able to do anything, even on PEDs. So I think Gafrov's pretty good. I think deserving, so he's the favorite. So I think Gafrov to win. I don't love it as much as my -130 or -140, but that's what my pick is. I think he's just going to be more physical. He's going to be able to get inside and neutralize that reach advantage that Jacob does have. But, you know, I just don't look at that win that Jacob, I think you got to give him a lot of credit for getting that win because he was put in a bad spot. But yeah, man, give me Mew and Gafrov for this one. All right, man. We're going to the last fight on the card, a women's fight. We got Priscilla Cachoeira against Claudia Segula. Priscilla Cachoeira is the +115 underdog on Tapology, and Claudia is the -135 favorite. I did look because I wanted to make sure, but it looks like right now Claudia is
moved a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, -160, -150 favorite. My man, who do you got for this one?
I like Claudia. I think her output is going to be a lot more, but Priscilla is a hard hitter. Like, she's been in the division for a very long time. I don't think the age is going to be a big factor, 37 and 27. So I think Claudia's output is going to be a lot more. She's going to land a lot more strikes, but if Priscilla lands how she used to be able to land, I would not be surprised if this fight ends by knockout for Cachoeira. So I would be very cautious with this fight. I am leaning Segula decision, but Priscilla is no easy test, especially for a fighter that is so new to the UFC. It's a little bit worrying. Like, I might play Priscilla by knockout or Priscilla inside the distance along with Claudia by decision. But prediction wise, I'm just going to lean with the favorite here just because of her output.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree, man. I think Claudia obviously has a clear advantage on the feet. I think Priscilla, her path is to make it dirty, like take her down, maybe try to get a submission, use her wrestling, use her because she's tough. That's one thing I'll say. She's very tough. I don't know if Claudia could finish her. I think likely if she wins, I mean, unless she lands like so many shots, because Priscilla is there to get hit. There's a reason why she's called Zombie Girl, because the girl just fucking keeps on going no matter the pain. So she's very tough. So maybe she could put a pace and a pressure on Claudia that makes her fold, but I'm not really sure. I mean, if Priscilla was a bigger dog, if this line goes to maybe, let's see, like she becomes like +180 or 170, then maybe I'll be more interested. But +122 is not enough because I do think Claudia is gonna win. I mean, I don't know if she looks like this. I mean, she's a looker right here. If she looks like this, like, you know, you need girls that look like this in the UFC. Then no offense to her, than this. So
no more zombie girls. I'm
pretty sure the UFC kind of wants this nice Polish girl to win. But I do think she actually is the better fighter on the feet. But if Priscilla can make it dirty, which I'm not sure she can at her older age anymore, I lean Claudia. But if this gets to like +180, I'll be on Priscilla. I think Priscilla's a big dog shot for sure. But all right, my man. That's it from us. We went through all the fights on this UFC card. But before we go, bro, like anything else you want to say? Shout out your socials. Make sure like you follow my boy Frank.
Yeah, my name right here, Frank's Fight Club on Instagram, but there's an underscore at the end. And that's really, I got a TikTok too, but Instagram is where it's at. So come see me over there, man.
Nah, man, for sure. Yeah, guys. Well, maybe we'll do some lives and more things like this going forward. Show some love. Leave a comment. Who do you guys think is gonna win in these fights? Yeah, man. Let's do another one of these, bro. I'll talk to you soon.